शांति शांति। अंतर मन में ज्योति जगा लो, होगा दूर अंधेरा। शिव का कर लो ध्यान, आ रहा पावन पुण्य सवेरा। से आए अपने आप को जानो, राजयोग के द्वारा अपना परम पिता पहचानो। इसी राजपथ पर चलकर पालो अपना बसेरा। तुम हो आत्मा तन से न्यारे, परमात्मा को प्यारे। दिव्य गुणों को धारण करके योगी बनो दुलारे। ज्योति बिंदु ही तोड़ेगा ये माया मोह का घेरा। अंतर मन में ज्योति जगा लो, होगा दूर अंधेरा। ओम शांति, ओम शांति, ओम शांति। आरज़ू है आप पर अपने को अब अर्पण करें।
आरज़ू है आप पर अपने को अब अर्पण करें। आपके कदमों पे चलकर नाम हम रोशन करें। आरज़ू
है आप पर सांस और संकल्प से बस आपके गुणगान हो। स्वप्न में भी तन का कोई भान ना अभिमान हो, भान ना अभिमान हो।
लोकहित का ध्यान हो, कल्याण में चिंतन करें। आपके कदमों पे चलकर नाम हम रोशन करें।
आरज़ू है आप पर
हम करें निष्काम सेवा, आपके होकर रहें। मन वचन और कर्म अपने सेवा में तत्पर रहें। सेवा में तत्पर रहें।
दिल के दर्पण से सभी नित आपका दर्शन करें। आपके कदमों पे चलकर नाम हम रोशन करें। आरज़ू है आप पर
Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Good morning. This is Sakar Baba's Murli and the date is 25th April 2026, wherein Baba says those who have that unshakable faith in Baba's directions, they will definitely follow Shrimat. They never get such thoughts that they may incur loss by following Baba's directions. That's why they remain unshakable and immovable.
बाबा ने कही कि शिव बाबा दूर देश से पराये देश में आए हैं।
Baba says Baba has come from a faraway land to purify the impure souls. And Baba comes in that Ravan's kingdom, that too at the conference age. And Baba says, you children are also in Ravan's kingdom, and the golden and the silver age is our world, that is the God's kingdom. Because you souls adopt the path of sin, then that kingdom becomes the Ravan's, that becomes the foreign land. Let's listen to Baba's Murli. And today's date is 25th April. The essence: sweet children, the Father has come from the faraway land in order to establish a new kingdom for you children. You are now becoming the worthy of heaven. The Father has come from the faraway land in order to establish a new kingdom for you children, and you are now becoming worthy of heaven. Question: what's the sign of the children who have unbreakable faith in Baba's directions? Answer: they continue to follow Baba's Shrimat with their eyes closed. They are not suspicious, because last Sunday's Murli was also about the faith, where Baba spoke about having 4 types of faith. Of course, we have faith in Baba. Of course, we must have faith in ourselves, as well as on the Brahma, on the family. Then our stage becomes unshakable and constantly immobile. So Baba says such children always follow Shrimat, and whatever directions they receive, they never have any thoughts as to whether they incur any loss with that. Because they know that the Father is responsible for the children who have such faith in their intellects. They receive the strength from their faith, and their stage becomes unshakable and immovable. A song: you are the mother and you are the father. Om Shanti. Whose praise did you hear? It is Shiv Baba's praise, because he is the mother and the father. The one whom no one in the world except you children know. No one knows. This is the praise of the highest on high Father. The praise of anyone else is useless. There is only the one Father who is the highest on high. However, who would give you the recognition of the Father? Who gives the introduction of the Father? The Baba himself. Who gives? Baba himself comes and gives you the recognition of the souls and of himself. Baba says, who can give? So Baba himself comes and gives you the recognition of souls and of himself. No human being has the recognition of souls. Human beings neither know about themselves nor about God. No human being has the recognition of souls, even though they speak of great souls and embodied souls. When a body is shed, they say that the soul is left. How many people in the world know about the soul? Only when someone sheds the body, they talk about the soul. Else, they don't have any knowledge about the soul. The body becomes a corpse, and the soul is imperishable. It never dies. A soul is like a star, and it's extremely subtle. A star, it's a point of light. A soul can't be seen with these eyes. It is souls who do everything. The soul carries out the task through the body. It's the power. That's why the soul experiences the fruit of the actions. The soul is not immune to any of the actions or the effect of actions. It is souls who do everything, but you become body conscious again and again. You say, I'm so and so and I'm doing this. The body consciousness of mind that always arises from the body consciousness. That's why Baba frequently advises us to be in that soul conscious stage. In fact, it is the soul who does everything and the body is just organs. Even sages etc. understand that a soul is extremely subtle and it resides in the center of the forehead. However, they don't. That's why they always say that a wonderful star shines in the center of the forehead. But they don't understand or they don't have the knowledge of the souls having sanskars to play their parts. Baba says even saints and sages, they don't have the knowledge that the role is recorded in the soul. Some say that the souls don't have sanskars because souls are immune to the effect of action. Baba just gives the introduction of ourselves. Some say that souls don't have the sanskars because souls are immune to the effect of action. And others say a birth is received according to the sanskars. There are many conflicting opinions. No one knows which souls take 84 births. Baba says it's not even a matter of 84 births they speak. They say that even there are 84 million species or births. You know that only the souls of the Sun dynasty have to go around the cycle of 84 births, and it is souls who go around the cycle of 84 births and then they become impure. Now who can make souls pure? Only the one highest on high, Father is the purifier. His praise is the highest of all. Not everyone takes 84 births. Of course, all the souls who come in the golden age, it's not required that they take, everyone who comes in the golden age takes 84 births. Some may come at the end of the golden age or it varies. So Baba says, not everyone takes 84 births and those who come later can't take 84 births. Not everyone comes down together. The Sun dynasty kings and the subjects who come at the beginning of the golden age take 84 births. Later, so the population of the golden age is 9 lakh. Gradually the population grows. Those who come later can't take 84 births. Not everyone comes down together. The Sun dynasty kings and subjects who come at the beginning of the golden age, they take 84 births. Later on, the number of human beings increases a great deal. Some take 83, some take 80 births. In the golden age, they have full lifespans of 150 years. There, no one can die before his time. Only the Father sits here and explains all of these things. Now no one knows the Supreme Father or the Supreme Soul. That's why the Father says, just as you are souls, so I too am a soul. It's just that you enter the cycle of birth and death. It's not that Baba's radiance is more than 1,000 suns. The only difference between the soul, that is we children, and Baba is the degree of the qualities or the percentage of qualities. Baba is an ocean of purity and is 100%, is ever pure, and we souls go around the cycle and we pass through the stages. That's why Baba says, you children enter the cycle of birth and death, whereas I don't. Baba is beyond the cycle of the birth and death, then sin and the charity, happiness and sorrow. Baba doesn't come into the cycle. It is at this time that Shiv Baba teaches you children, and some ask, and it is when you become impure that you call out to me. You call out to me when you experience a lot of sorrow. It is at this time that Shiv Baba teaches you children. Some ask, how can we believe that the Supreme Soul comes? Of course, we will know when he comes in Brahma Baba's body. Even when Baba used to take Dadi Gulzarji's costume, of course, though it's not visible with physical eyes, but the experience, at least we would know that Baba has come. So some say, how can we believe that Supreme Soul comes? Therefore explain to them. Everyone calls out, O purifier, come. He is incorporeal. He doesn't have a body of his own. He has to enter this impure world. He would not come in a pure world because everyone is pure there. There is no need for Baba to come there. Explain in this way. Also explain that the Supreme Soul is just as tiny as a soul, but that he is the seed of the human world tree and the knowledgeful one. Baba is the son of knowledge. Baba is knowledgeful. Baba says, you call me the Supreme Father, Supreme Soul. You call out to me, and so I definitely come, because when we have called Baba, since he's our father, he definitely comes. It's also sung that the resident of the faraway land came to this foreign land. You have now come to know from the Father how you came into this foreign land, that is, into this land of Ravan. Where are we right now? We are into the land, we are in that land of Ravan. In the golden and silver ages, we are in God's land, that's our land. And then from the copper age onwards, we enter a foreign land, that's a foreign kingdom. We go on to the path of sin. Then the devotion begins. At first, we began to worship Shiv Baba. Those people create such a big lingam of Shiv Baba, but he is not that big. How do they worship Shiv Baba? Of course, they worship by creating that Shiv lingam. Some create those idols in a very small size. Somewhere they have created such huge Shiv lingams. So Baba says they create that, they give that big form only to worship. But the fact is that Baba's form is not as big as they have created. But you have now understood the difference between the soul and the Supreme Soul. So he is the ocean of purity. He is ever pure, he is knowledgeful, he is the ocean of happiness and ocean of knowledge. Whereas Baba is beyond the cycle of the Sato, Rajo, Tamo stages, whereas the soul has to go around the cycle of these three phases. That's the praise of the Supreme Soul. People call out, O purifier, come. And he's the Supreme Soul who comes every cycle. People call out to the traveler from the faraway land and sings his praise because Baba is not the resident of this land. Of course, people call him tell that he's omnipresent. So Baba makes it clear that he is not the resident of this land. He is the resident of the faraway land, and so he comes when we call. They don't call out to Brahma or Saraswati. They call out to the incorporeal Supreme Soul. Souls call out, O resident of the faraway land, now come to this foreign land. But everyone has become impure. I only come when the kingdom of Ravan is about to end. I come at the confluence age. No one knows this. They speak about various other. For instance, they speak about 24 incarnations of God. So they don't even know when Shiv Baba comes. They say that the Supreme Soul is a point of light, whereas nowadays they say that each soul is the Supreme Soul, that the Supreme Soul is in each soul. They call I am Shiva or I am Brahma. They say that Supreme Soul is in each soul, but Baba says that souls can't be the Supreme Soul. If a soul becomes the Supreme Soul, then everyone becomes the Father. Then everyone's features also should be of the Supreme Soul, but that doesn't exist at this time. Souls and Supreme Soul are distant, although the form of each one is the same, whereas the difference lies in the qualities. Souls become impure, they have to play their parts of 84 births. The Supreme Soul is beyond rebirth. Baba is just taking the first and the second chapter, that is of the soul and the Supreme Soul. If each soul is the Supreme Soul, like this say, does that mean Sato Pradhan, Supreme Soul, becomes Tamo Pradhan? Because the soul becomes Tamo Pradhan, since they call the Supreme Soul is in each soul, so does he also become Tamo Pradhan? That's highly impossible. Father says, I come to serve all souls. They can't speak of my birth. They can't even use this term, that is birth, for Baba, because Baba doesn't enter the womb of a mother and takes birth. So Baba's divine incarnation takes place. Baba doesn't take birth in the way that we souls take. So I come to change the residents of hell into the residents of heaven. He has come to this foreign land in order to establish heaven. Only the Father comes and makes us worthy of heaven. It's also explained that all other souls have their own parts to play. The Supreme Soul is beyond birth and death. He definitely does come, and which is why Shivratri is celebrated. It doesn't mean that since Baba is beyond birth and death, it doesn't mean that he doesn't have any role to play. Baba has got that hero's role. So Baba definitely comes. That's why Shivratri is celebrated. However, no one knows when he comes. They have been celebrating the birthday of Shiva just like that. He must definitely have come at the confluence age to establish heaven. He would definitely have to come at the confluence age to purify the impure. That pure world is heaven. They say, O purifier, come. Therefore, it must definitely be at the time of destruction of the old world that he establishes a pure world. He doesn't come in every age. The father says, I have to come at the confluence age to purify the impure world. This is a foreign land, it's the Ravan's land. However, no human beings understand that this kingdom that's continuing is Ravan's. They believe that Ravan used to exist in Sri Lanka. They don't know anything about when this kingdom of Ravan began. First of all, explain the main thing, which is the secret of souls and the supreme soul. So we have to first of all give them the introduction of the soul and the supreme soul, which is being explained in today's Murli. So then explain that he comes at the confluence age to purify the impure. To purify everyone, this is the task of Shiv Baba, not Sri Krishna's. Sri Krishna himself takes 84 births and he comes down. All of those who belong to the Sun dynasty come down. Because when Sri Krishna comes down to play his role, all the subjects of that kingdom will also come down from the supreme abode. A tree wouldn't be half fresh and half old. So all the souls will have the ascending stage at once, and then they have the descending stage. Everything has a stage of decaying. Human beings don't even know about the duration of each cycle. They have given it a long duration in the scriptures. In the scriptures, it's always mentioned that the duration of the golden age is lakhs or thousands of years, and they also say that still there is 40,000 years left for the iron age. So Shiv Baba comes and gives us the true knowledge. The rest is just, it has some things which are not the fact. So we all believe that the duration of the cycle is 5,000 years. As you progress further, you have faith that you will be able to understand everything. First of all, explain to human beings that the incorporeal Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, has come from the faraway land. However, which body has he entered? What could he do by coming in the subtle region? He definitely has to come here. Baba has to take the support of the physical costume. That's why Baba says nothing can be done through inspirations, because the intellect of the souls are not that pure and that perfect enough to catch Baba's signals or teachings. That's why Baba has to come into the physical world. What does he do? Even if he comes in the subtle region, of course you have Prajapita Brahma here. The father sits here and also explains who Brahma is. Neither did the one whom I entered know of his own births, nor did children know. Brahma Baba didn't know. You become the children when I adopt you. I ask all of you children, including this one, have you forgotten your own births? Shiv Baba asks even Brahma Baba. Along with Brahma Baba, he explains everyone. Have you forgotten your own births? The world cycle has now to come to an end, and it will then repeat. I have come to purify you and teach you Raj Yoga. There is no other way to become pure. People of the world believe that if they just go and take a dip in the river Ganges, they would become pure. Baba says that's not the way. What's the way left? So the only way left is to remember Baba, to become pure. So there is no other way to become pure. If people were to understand this secret, they would not go to bathe in the Ganges or to the Melas, etc. People have always continued to bathe in the water of rivers. They have been doing this from the Copper Age. Always, we have 4 places where the fair of Kumbh is always held. So people just go and take a dip in the river. They believe that their sins will be absolved by taking a dip in the Ganges. However, none of their sins are absolved. First of all, tell them the secret of the souls and Supreme Soul. Souls call out to the Father. The Supreme Soul is incorporeal and the souls are also incorporeal. If Shiv Baba is incorporeal, souls are also incorporeal. Souls call out through the organs. God has to come after devotion. This is also the part of the drama. The Father says, I have to establish a new world. It's mentioned in the scriptures that God had a thought. Therefore, he must surely have had that thought according to the drama plan. When his time is destined in the drama to come, at that time Baba also gets this thought. Previously, you were not understanding any of these things. You now understand this very clearly. There is still a lot more to understand. He continues to tell you every day how to explain to others. So you understand, then first you listen to them, understand them. Previously you didn't say because. So what were the visions which were granted at the beginning of that creation of the sacrificial fire? Because Baba granted the visions of Brahma, so they just considered him to be Sri Krishna, because the visions of Sri Krishna were also granted through Brahma. That's why they thought it was the sacrificial fire of the Sri Krishna, and the Om Mandali was started at that time in that way. Later Baba granted the visions of his own original form, then gave the clarity of the knowledge. So previously you didn't say that Shiv Baba was teaching you. You now understand this very clearly because Baba has now revealed all the secrets. Now everything is understood. Whether let us take the secrets of the subtle region or the golden age, or the knowledge of the 3 worlds, or the knowledge of the 3 times, that is the past, present and future. Baba has revealed everything. So Baba continues to tell you every day how to explain to others. Baba also explained in today's Murli that how can you give the introduction of the soul and the Supreme Soul. First of all, you must have the faith that it is unlimited Father who is teaching you. So when God is explaining, there will not be any trace of falsehood in his knowledge. When Baba's title itself is Satyam Shivam Sundaram, so that is the true knowledge that he gives. So Baba says, there is no question of being confused about this. Some children are strong and others are weak. Anyone who are considered as weak, anyone who is weak is unable to explain to others. It's also number wise in a school. Some are outstanding in their studies and some are moderate. So some, they may be very weak. Many have doubts and they question how can they possibly believe that the Supreme Father, Supreme Soul comes to teach, because their intellects believe that Sri Krishna related the knowledge. Now Sri Krishna can't come in that impure world. You have to prove to them that only the Supreme Soul has to come into this impure world and into an impure body. Of course, on the path of devotion, Sri Krishna's matters have been taken or shown in the Copper Age. So you have to explain them clearly that it is the Supreme Soul, the Supreme Father, who has to come in the impure world. He has to take an impure body. The Father understands that each one's intellect it's at the individual and it's quite different. Some are able to understand very quickly and explain as much as possible. Not all Brahmins are the same, but some children have a lot of body consciousness. This Baba also understands that everyone is number-wise. You children do have to follow directions. You have to accept what the senior Baba tells you. You have been accepting what gurus have been telling you. You should now accept with your eyes closed what the Father who sends you to heaven tells you. How should you accept Baba's directions? Baba uses this phrase, how should you obey Baba's instructions? You must just be blind enough to accept his directions. However, children's intellect don't have such faith. Whether there is a loss or profit in that, you should accept it. Sometimes we think a lot, Baba, is there any loss if I accept, or if I follow this, if I assume like this, and this happens or that happens. We get into so many things. So Baba says, irrespective of whatever happens, you must accept Baba's directions. Suppose you may even think if there is a loss through that. Nevertheless, because Baba is telling you, you must always consider it to be Shiv Baba who is telling you. Don't think that it is Brahma Baba who is telling you. Shiv Baba will be responsible. This is his chariot, so he will put everything right. He says, I am sitting here. Constantly consider it to be Shiv Baba who is saying everything. When Shiv Baba enters Brahma Baba's costume, some of the children always used to feel that it is Brahma Baba. It was Brahma Baba who used to say. So Shiv Baba corrects that kind of attitude, saying that it is always Shiv Baba who tells you. Because Brahma Baba doesn't know anything, always think like that, there should be this faith. So Shiv Baba says, continue to listen to me, then you will continue to benefit. Even if this Brahma Baba says something, I am still responsible. You children shouldn't worry about it. How much responsibility Baba takes. By remembering Shiv Baba, your stage will become even stronger. Your sins will still be absolved by having this faith, and you will receive strength, because there is always that power that is received through faith. So it's always said that those who have the suspicious minds, or those who have non-loving intellects, they invited their own destruction. The more you remember Baba, the more strength you will receive. Those who follow Shrimat and do service, they claim a high status. Many have a lot of body consciousness. Just see how Baba interacts with all of you children with so much love. He continues to talk to everyone. He asks the children, are you sitting comfortably? There isn't any difficulty, is there? He has that love for the children. Even if anyone comes to Madhuban, Baba used to have that kind of care for children, because Dadi Prakash Muniji also had that much concern and care for the children, just like Baba, because Baba has that kind of love for the children. So the unlimited Father loves you children so much. To the extent that you do service according to Shrimat, you accordingly receive love. Only in doing that service is there benefit. give your bones for service. When you children continue to serve all the time, you are seated in the heart and you are known as first class children. However, those who are tireless in service, they are seated in Baba's heart throne. However, while you are moving along, there can be the bad omens over any of you, and there is opposition from Maya. And Baba says there are the omens of Rahu while moving along. Because of bad omens, some are unable to take this knowledge. What will happen when you are under the influence of that? Some are unable to take this knowledge. Some continue to do physical service tirelessly. If we are not able to carry on the spiritual service, some are involved in that physical service. Your duty is to make everyone into the master of the land of happiness. Don't cause anyone sorrow. When some don't have this knowledge, they cause a lot of sorrow. Just like Baba tells, the Iron Age is the forest of thorns, because in that forest, every thorn just pricks one another. So that's why Baba says you shouldn't cause anyone sorrow. When someone don't have this knowledge, they cause a lot of sorrow. Then no matter how much you explain to them, they don't understand. After explaining everything, Baba says, first of all, give the explanation of souls and the Supreme Soul. What was explained by Baba? Give the introduction of or the explanation of souls and the Supreme Soul, how the souls have the imperishable parts of 84 births recorded in them. That never changes, it's fixed in the drama. Those who have this faith will never fluctuate, because the soul plays the same role in every cycle. Those who have this faith will never fluctuate. When the four pillars are strong, then there will not be any kind of upheaval. That's why we must have the faith in the drama. Many will fluctuate. At the end, when the haystack is to set on fire, you will become unshakable. You now have to explain very tactfully. Very good children, just continue to be on service. They remain seated in the heart. Many continue to go ahead very fast. They make a lot of effort. They have a lot of interest in doing service. Whatever the effort that is made and the service that's being done, Baba always has such children. Baba always sees such children. They always have a lot of interest in doing service. Baba just speaks about the virtues that they have. Acha. To you, sweetest, beloved, long lost, now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, father, and Bab Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to you, spiritual children, and we spiritual children also offer love, remembrance, and say good morning, Namaste to the mother, father, and Bab Dada. The essence for Dharna, the first one. The first one, give your bones for service. Don't have doubts about anything. Give everyone happiness, not sorrow, by doing service. Second point, make your stage unshakable with the power of faith. Benefit is merged in whatever Shrimat you receive. Because Father is responsible, therefore don't worry.
योग युक्त स्थिति द्वारा सूक्ष्म
Blessing, may you cross out any subtle or strong bondages of yours and become free from bondage with your Yogyukta stage. May you cross out any subtle or strong bondages of yours, become free from bondage with your Yogyukta stage. The sign of a Yogyukta stage is free from bondages, is to be free.
श्रीमत को अपनी बुद्धि से समान समझना। श्रीमत
The first one, the sign of being Yogyukt is to be free from bondage. In becoming Yogyukt, the greatest, the final bondage is to consider yourself to be sensible, to consider Shrimat to be the wonder of your own intellect. This is mixing your own intellect with Shrimat, and it's called the ego of the intellect. Second, when someone gives you a signal about a weakness and tells you about something bad, if you have any waste thoughts, that too is a bondage. Sometimes we come across such situations because we are always towards the one who always praises us, and we just withdraw from such ones who highlight our own weakness. When you cross out these bondages are equal in victory and defeat, praise and defamation, you will then be said to be completely free from bondage. Baba says you must have that stage. You must treat the one who defamed you and the one who praised you in the same manner. Slogan: to consider everything before acting on anything is a quality of a knowledgeful soul. First of all, we must think carefully before doing anything. That's the sign of a knowledgeful soul. Today's Avyak signal: when an ignorant child considers a harmful object to be a toy, he is given something else so that he can let go of it. If a child just holds a knife and he starts playing with the knife, a child is always given another toy so that he will let go of the knife. In the same way, when someone desires temporary respect or honor or some temporary desire, give them that respect and become humble yourself. If you try to correct that one at that time, there will be a conflict. Therefore, move along in a yukti-yukta manner at such a time and be merciful and forgiving with respect. First of all, make him understand so that he would feel that this thing is harmful. The evening meditation from 6 to 8 p.m. is at Dadiji's meeting hall. From today onwards, the evening meditation is at Dadiji's meeting hall until you receive further intimation about the change in the place. Let's remember Baba. Let's listen to the teachings of respected Dadi Prakash Mani ji. To be equal to the Father means to be victorious. Being equal to the Father means it's not just about saying that I am making effort, I am a spiritual striver. No, not at all. If we only remain only at this level of saying, then the true surrender, you haven't truly surrendered. If our stage just remains like this, then we are not even truly worthy of repeating Baba, Baba. Therefore, we must always engage in the subtle self-checking by stabilizing in a soul-conscious or incorporeal stage. Ending all the base thoughts, only then can truly be said that one is victorious. Om Shanti.